The National Wildflower Centre creates wildflower habitat in any space available in urban environments, in villages, in rural communities, schools. We help establish wildflower habitat in places big and small for biodiversity, but also for people and to connect people with nature. We're bringing vibrance and colour into communities, but we're also educating people about the important habitat that has declined massively since World War II in the UK, and we've actually lost 97% of our wildflower habitat. So we're trying to bring wildflower habitat back from the brink in the UK. We've been brought on board for the last couple of years to generate seed of local provenance. So what that means is seed local to Cornwall, to supply seed that is representative of wildflowers of the region. We are working with volunteers to hand collect wild seed with permission from landowners on various locations across Cornwall where we've identified really good wildflower habitat that's growing naturally, and hand collecting that seed and then growing that seed on and harvesting it on a bigger scale so that we can then provide enough seed to create a wildflower corridor along the new link road. The goal is to increase biodiversity, it's to offset the impact of the road. We'll be sowing a mix of annual wildflower seed and perennial wildflower seed. Annual wildflower seed, that will look really great in the first year. So that first season, so the first summer that we'll have after sowing, you'll get this great flurry of vibrant colours, and this mix will be composed of cornflower, corn marigold, corn chamomile, corn poppy. So you'll get the yellow, the white, the blue, the red, and that will look really vibrant in that first year. That will act as a sort of companion crop, or otherwise known as a nursery crop, and then that will make way for the perennials. They take another year to actually come up, so they take sort of a whole season to actually get established before they start to flower. So that second year you'll start getting the perennial species up, and they will be things that you do typically see along the coast paths, along the hedge lines, so things like red campion, wild carrot, cow parsley, devil's bit scabious, field scabious, muskmallow, all of those species, they will start to come up, and oxeye daisy, a very common popular one as well, they'll start to come up in that second year. Some may even come up in the first year, but the majority, they like to get established first and they'll come up in that second year. It does take a few years, so it's sort of about managing expectation as well. So, you know, wildflowers are unpredictable. They do fluctuate depending on the season. Some years you get very good flowering of wildflowers and some years not so good depending on the weather. So, and we want the road to look as natural as possible and in keeping with the wildflowers that you would typically see in Cornwall. And all of the stock is from wild genetic material, so that means wild hand collected seed. So it's building resilience into those species as well. So you're going to get lots of vibrant colours in that first year. In the second year it'll be more subtle, but it'll be really subtle pinks and blues and whites, and then it will be a matter of managing that as on a sort of cut and collect regime moving forward for the next few years until they become established.